Developing this morning, protests continue in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the shooting of Jacob Blake. Last week, 2 people were shot and killed during protests, and at a vigil for those victims over the weekend, more violence broke out, leading to several arrests Saturday night. With protests still going on across the country, President Trump is now planning to step in. Mandy Knoll joins us live in our newsroom this morning with the president's plan for peace and why some city leaders say he's actually the problem. Mandy, what can you tell us?
President Trump is heading to Kenosha, Wisconsin tomorrow to show support for the city's police officers. Demonstrators have been protesting after a white police officer shot Jacob Blake in the back 7 times. Wisconsin's attorney general says Blake admitted to having a knife at the time. The state's lieutenant governor spoke against the president's visit, saying his presence will not be helpful and will further divisiveness. Democrats are blaming the president for the racial protests in Wisconsin as well as across the country. A lot of those protests we've been talking about have been out of Portland, Oregon. They've been going on for more than 90 consecutive days. Over the weekend, there was a shooting near a protest in downtown Portland after a caravan of pro-Trump supporters drove in. This was the 3rd weekend Portland protesters and Trump supporters have clashed. As the pro-Trump group pulled up, counter-protesters tried to stop them by standing in the streets and blocking bridges. It's not clear if the shooting was directly related to the demonstrations, but Portland's mayor is slamming President Trump for it, saying he's the one creating division in America.
Do you seriously wonder, Mr. President, why this is the first time in decades that America has seen this level of violence? It's you who have created the hate and the division.
Last night, President Trump threatened to send in the National Guard to Portland. It's not clear if that's going to happen, though. We'll keep an eye on it. Suzanne?
Mandy, thanks. Here in Little Rock, supporters of President Trump gathered outside the state capitol building. The group urged voters to cast their ballots in his favor this November. Some supporters said the reason they were out there wasn't just to support the president, but to also let everyone know what they stand for.
Our position as being Republican is to make sure that everybody, and I mean everybody, has equal rights.
Hundreds of voters also came together over the weekend for a Trump boat parade on Greers Ferry Lake. A parade nearly 4.5 miles long floated in support of the president. Some of the people there included Congressman French Hill, Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin, and Attorney General Leslie Rutledge.
All right, let's get to your local news that matters. A man died after being hit by a car on I-40. Now, state police are trying to find that driver that hit him. He was hit early Saturday morning near the 440 exit. State police are still working to figure out who it was. The vehicle that hit him drove off to the east. Investigators are asking anyone with information to call them. The Baxter County Sheriff's Office found a body on Norfolk Lake. People were fishing at an area near Pigeon Creek when they found a man's body in the water. The victim has not been identified, and they don't know yet how he died. Deputies say the body was likely there for several days. Bryant is yet again the winner of one of the biggest high school rivalry games in the state. Talking about that Salt Bowl. Yeah, the Hornets beat the Panthers in that 2020 Salt Bowl 48-7. Listen to this, 42 of those points happening in just the first half. I'm going to say it, Pat. That's a butt whooping. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, y'all got to step it up next year. The Hornets have been the Salt Bowl champs since 2006, apart from the tie in 2014. UCA, they also picked up a nice win over the weekend. All right, the Bears beat Austin Peay for the first time, or for the first game of the season. 2,000 fans were actually allowed into the stadium. Officials, coaches, and everyone on the sidelines were required to wear masks. UCA, well, they were down the entire game, Pat. Listen to this. Up until the 4th quarter. It wasn't until less than 1 minute on the clock that they went down with a game-winning drive, put in a touchdown, winning that game 24-17. UCA starting off the season
So, yeah,
strong.
I was watching it. Okay.